Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to use the quick selection tool in Photoshop to create two different projects. The first project is this one, a beautiful blue cloudy sky with leaves going across it, and the other one is the fall leaves with the blue sky put inside of a leaf cutout. Let's get started. First, you're going to need to go to Google Classroom and get the files. So here we are under Photoshop Tutorials. Scroll down to the Leaf and Cloud assignment and click it to open it. And you'll see here are the files. Go ahead and click on the blue sky file. Then go up to the corner where these three dots are, click that, and choose Open in New Window. Now you will see the download icon. Go ahead and click that and it will automatically go to the Downloads folder where you will click Save. Go back and get the other file. Click on it, click the three dots, Open in New Window, click the Download icon, and click Save. Now we will go to Photoshop and open those files. File, Open, navigate to the Downloads folder, choose your files. You can click one and hold down Shift to click the one underneath it. Both of them are selected at the same time. Then you can click Open. Or you can just open them each separately. All right, let's start with the leaf. First, I'm going to use the zoom tool to make the leaf a little larger. So click on the zoom tool and then click on the leaf. Next, I'm going to get the quick selection tool. The quick selection tool is up here towards the top, and it is grouped together with other selection tools such as the magic wand. So you kind of have to know the general area of where to look for the tool. So I'm going to hold on this tool and you'll see quick selection tool is the one in the middle. So I will select that, and I can see that my brush size is pretty small. So I'm going to use the bracket keys next to P on the keyboard, and the right bracket makes the brush larger and the left bracket makes it smaller. So I'm going to use a large-ish brush and start clicking the leaf that I want. And Photoshop does a pretty darn good job selecting the leaf. But you can see that it went a little bit too far in this area. I'm going to use the left bracket to make the brush tip a little bit smaller, then hold down Alt on a PC or Option on a Mac, which turns that to a minus sign. And with the minus, I can subtract the part of the selection that I don't want. Now, to get this tip of the leaf right here, I'm going to use the the left bracket to make the brush really small so that I can get right to the tip of that leaf. Now I'm going to get the stem, which can be challenging because it's pretty small. So again, I'll get the zoom tool and magnify this a little bit so I can see really clearly what I'm doing. Then switch back to the quick selection tool, and I'm going to make the cursor right about the same size as the stem. So left bracket to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to click this just a little bit at a time and go nice and slow, and it's working pretty well so far. Just getting that stem all the way down towards the bottom. And there we go. So now let's say I messed up a little bit and I got that little section right there that I don't want. So I would hold down Alt or Option on the keyboard to turn that to a minus sign, and then I just go over that to subtract that part of the selection. Okay, I'm going to do Control or Command 0 is the keyboard shortcut to make that fit to the screen. Now I'm going to copy this using the keyboard shortcut, Control or Command C for copy. I'm going to click my blue sky and use the keyboard shortcut Control or Command V like victory, and that is paste. Now I'm going to switch to the Move tool, which is, you can also just click V on the keyboard, which will select the Move tool. And I'm going to click and drag on this leaf and put it down here towards the bottom as if it's kind of blowing in from the side. The shortcut to make a copy is to hold down Alt on the keyboard or Option on a Mac and just click and drag and then let go. Now I have a copy. And I'd like to shrink this, so I'm going to use the corner handle and just click and drag, and I'll click on it and move it. And if I hover the cursor around the outside edge, you can see I get this bent arrow. That's the rotation arrow. So that lets me rotate the leaf however I want it to be. When I get it where I want it, just hit Enter, and that's it. So hold down Alt or Option and click another leaf. Use the corner handle to shrink it. Rotate it however you would like, and then you can place it and hit Enter. Okay, Alt again and drag off a copy. Use the corner and shrink it. Rotate it. Hit Enter, and I think I'm going to put one more really little one way back here in the corner. Maybe kind of going off the page a little bit. And hit Enter. And because I have Auto Select here in the option bar selected, Auto Select, and this is put on layer, I can click on any one of these leaves to select them again. So I can move these around and get them adjusted just where I want them. And I think I'm going to have, hold down Alt, and I'm going to put one little outlier leaf over here on the side, just to be a little bit different. All right, so there is this project finished. I have those leaves scattered across the sky. Now, to do the next project, I'm going to go over here to my Layers panel and look for the background layer, which is the clouds. Select it, and then on the keyboard, do Control A or Command A on a Mac to select that layer, and then Control C or Command C to copy. Then go to the leaf file, go to Edit, Paste Special, and Paste Into. And now the cloud is inside that selection. Now I want to shrink it, so I'm going to use the corners and drag this smaller. But what I don't want to do is drag it too small, because then I can see behind the leaf behind it, and that ruins the effect. So I'm going to make sure it's just the right size, and then I'm going to click and drag to move this around to where I like it so that there's some clouds showing. Then Enter on the keyboard, and that's finished. So make sure that you save those and turn both of them in for this assignment. That's it. Have fun, everyone.